Today, we're talking about snacks and junk foods that were once revered as stars. But today, these stars have faded. Cookies and cakes and chocolates that once topped the charts are now singing the blues. This is the rise and fall of 18 American junk foods.
They're called Cheetos for a reason.
Twinkies.
Twinkie, 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 Twinkie.
Behold the Twinkie, an enduring symbol of American snack culture, gracing lunchboxes and pop culture for over 80 years. The vanilla cake stuffed with cream earned its spot in the National Millennium Time Capsule, a testament to its cultural impact. Back in 1930, in the kitchens of Schiller Park, Illinois, James Dewar, a bakery plant manager in the throes of the Depression, conjured up the Twinkie. He ingeniously repurposed dormant strawberry shortcake equipment, birthing this snack by stuffing banana cream into shortcake and peddling packs of 2 for a nickel. During World War II, when bananas faced rationing, the now familiar vanilla cream took center stage, propelling Twinkies into iconic status, aided by vigorous marketing targeting youngsters through TV commercials and Batman comics.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Despite its rise to fame, Twinkies faced rocky times. Bankruptcies, evolving tastes, and health-conscious trends threatened their sugary reign. By the late 90s, diets like Atkins and South Beach heralded a shift in preferences, denting Twinkies' sales. Their parent company, Interstate, grappled with Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2004, slicing jobs and shutting factories in a bid for survival. Fast forward to today, and hope gleams on the horizon. Gore's Group, an equity firm, swooped in, acquiring the struggling brand, aiming to breathe new life into Hostess brands with a fresh lineup. Will the Twinkie endure another 80 years? Only time will tell.
You know what they call Twinkies in Mexico? Los Submarinos.
Pizza spins.
Pizza.
Let's take a flavorful trip down memory lane to the 1960s, where General Mills birthed a crunchy delight known as pizza spins. With a bold claim to fame, their slogan proudly declared, "All the true delicious pizza flavor in a munchy, crunchy, mouth-sized snack." The rise of pizza's popularity across the United States during the 60s, fueled by the swift delivery prowess of chains like Domino's, laid the groundwork for pizza spins to make their grand entrance. Crafted to resemble a pizza pie, these savory treats boasted a symphony of flavors: tomato, parmesan, pepper, and the spice medley synonymous with pizza sauce. Debuting in 1968, Pizza Spins rode the wave of pizza mania, gracing supermarket shelves for almost a decade before mysteriously vanishing. The exact reasons for their disappearance remain shrouded in snack history. Even General Mills isn't exactly sure when they were discontinued, noting vaguely on their website that Pizza Spins bid adieu around 1975.
No.
Dunkaroos.
Any Dunkaroos you see are literally from the 90s.
Those turquoise rectangular packages were the golden ticket, featuring cookies on one side and a tub of icing on the other for the ultimate dunking experience. Back in the early 90s, Dunkaroos came in a menagerie of shapes: kangaroos with hats, hot air balloons, motorcycles, a symphony of sweet cookie variety. And let's not forget the icing, a carnival of flavors, from chocolate chip to peanut butter, with rainbow sprinkles claiming the title of fan favorite. But why did Dunkaroos vanish into the snack abyss? Well, in 2007, General Mills, the maestros behind this dunkable delight, faced a storm of concern about marketing-related diseases, notably childhood obesity.
That's not good. That's not good.
Feeling the heat, General Mills voluntarily put the brakes on advertising products with over 12 grams of sugar to kids under 12. Dunkaroos, with their sugar content ranging from 13 to 18 grams, found themselves caught in the crossfire. General Mills pivoted towards the health-conscious consumer, clamoring for more nutritious snacks. Dunkaroos, the sugary sidekick, no longer aligned with the company's goal of a healthier snack portfolio. Thus, in May 2012, Dunkaroos bid adieu to the United States. But it didn't end there. In 2020, after an outcry from fans, Dunkaroos made a triumphant comeback. 3 fan-favorite flavors were once again available, and more were released soon after.
You, my friend, are a true hero.
Keebler Magic Middles.
All right, we attack the Rice Krispie guys at dawn.
With a combination of crispy shortbread and a gooey filling, Magic Middles quickly rose to cookie superstardom. The year 1999 witnessed the birth of a bite-sized marvel, Mini Middles, a tiny chocolate chip cookie oozing with a decadent melted chocolate center. It was a snack-sized piece of cookie paradise that had us all under its spell. These baked wonders didn't just tantalize taste buds, they became a nostalgic centerpiece, weaving themselves into the tapestry of 80s and 90s childhood memories. Yet despite being one of Keebler's best-selling products, Magic Middles mysteriously vanished without a trace, leaving a trail of bewildered fans in their wake. The crumbling mystery surrounding their disappearance shrouds these once best-selling delights. One theory is that they were discontinued to make room for new product lines, but Keebler has never confirmed or denied this.
Wonder how Keebler Fudge Shop cookies get perfectly fudgy?
Jell-O.
One Jell-O plus two Jell-O is a party, baby!
In the small town of Leroy, New York, Pearl Waite stumbled upon the sweet success of instant Jell-O while attempting to make a cough syrup concoction. Forget the cough remedy. What emerged was a visually appealing, sweet sensation that revolutionized the otherwise bland gelatin scene. During the Great Depression, when folks were pinching pennies more than ever, Jell-O stepped up as the budget-friendly hero. Post-World War II, Jell-O made its grand entrance to dinner parties, albeit in less than appetizing forms.
You put my stuff in Jell-O again!
Shrimp Jell-O, tomato soup gelatin molds, and lime Jell-O with tuna. Yep, those were real things. But as time jiggled on, the very factors that once propelled Jell-O to stardom started working against it. What was once the go-to thrifty treat became synonymous with cheapness in prosperous post-war years. While a series of ad campaigns and celebrity endorsements improved sales, Jell-O's fortunes took a nosedive when pre-packaged cups hit the scene. People saw it as a kiddie snack or cafeteria and hospital fare. And now, in the age of superfoods and clean eating, Jell-O faces an uphill battle. Sales are lower than ever as consumers opt for simplicity and all-natural options over a wobbly concoction with an unpronounceable ingredient list.
Now is the time to stop putting Dwight's personal effects into Jell-O.
New to BabbleTop? Then how about hitting that subscribe button? We've got the perfect video to go along with any snack, so don't miss out. Thanks.
You're the best!
Altoids.
Breath mints.
Picture this. It's 2004 and Altoids, those quaint little mints that made your breath smell like a winter wonderland, decided to go rogue. Enter Altoids Sours, the neon-hued rebels of the mint world. This tangy twist on the classic Altoid was crafted in 5 mouth-watering flavors: raspberry, lime, apple, tangerine, and mango. These brightly colored crystalline wonders weren't your grandma's mints, no siree. Packaged in reusable aluminum tins that could easily double as hipster accessories, Altoid Sours were the cool kids on the candy block.
So cool.
The genius behind Altoid Sours lies in the science of sour. Studies show that indulging in sour treats triggers a serotonin release in our brains, translating to instant happiness. Yet, for all their sour-infused glory, Altoid Sours found themselves being yet another discontinued delight in February 2010. It's not that these little tangy devils didn't have a fan club, it's just that they weren't pulling in the national demand they once did. It turns out not everyone was ready for the pucker-inducing, flavor-packed brilliance that Altoid Sours brought to the table. Farewell, sour warriors, you left a tangy void in our candy-loving hearts.
I love candy.
Hershey's Bites.
Oh, and Hershey. Hershey.
Released in the early 2000s, Hershey's Bites revolutionized snack time, sparing us the hassle of wrangling with tricky candy wrappers. No more wrestling matches, just tear open the bag and pour these poppable snacks straight into your mouth. The Bites lineup boasted a star-studded cast including Rolo, Kit Kat, York Peppermint Patty, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, among others. It was the snack revolution we didn't know we needed, until it disappeared. The fate of Hershey's Bites, like many fallen candy comrades, danced to the somber tune of low sales and waning consumer interest. Notably, Reese's Bites faced an even grimmer fate, saying farewell in 2007 due to a rather alarming choking hazard.
Check his mouth! Check his mouth! There's nothing in there!
A year later, the entire Bites lineup left for good, leaving us mourning the loss of these miniature chocolate companions. Fear not, though, for Hershey still offers a lifeline to bites enthusiasts with a twist. While Kit Kats and Reese's may not make a comeback, Hershey's Cookie Bites, Pretzel Bites, and Cookies and Cream Cookie Bites remain on the scene, satisfying that poppable chocolate craving like a bag of rapidly disappearing potato chips.
You sure you don't want to just give her some chips?
Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
It's a lime gummy bear!
Let's talk about the sweet and not-so-sweet saga of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears, the infamous treats that took sugar-free to a whole new, digestive level. Haribo, the candy maestros, decided to swap out sugar for Lycosin, a sugar alcohol wonder. Now, before you get too excited about guilt-free gummy indulgence, let's spill the sugar-free tea. Lycosin, with its main player being maltitol, is sweet but not as caloric as its sugary counterpart. However, a peek at the nutrition label reveals the harsh reality. Maltitol, the hydrogenated syrup superstar, brings more than just sweetness to the table. While it dodges the cavities bullet, our bodies struggle to fully digest this sugar alcohol, setting the stage for some serious gut drama.
You're gonna get a stomachache.
The public swiftly discovered the less-than-sweet downside of these seemingly innocent gummy bears. Brace yourselves for the gastrointestinal roller coaster that ensued thanks to the unintended laxative effect of maltitol. Haribo didn't stick around to witness the aftermath. They did a candy equivalent of a U-turn, swiftly yanking the sugar-free calamity from shelves. While some competitors bravely soldier on with Lycosin-laden gummies, Haribo decided to spare us from the explosive aftermath. And so the sugar-free gummy bears became a cautionary tale, a reminder that not all sugar-free endeavors are a walk in the candy-coated park.
Squishy and delicious.
Keebler Munch Ems.
Crunchy and delicious.
While Keebler have basked in the limelight for their heavenly cookies, the Munch Ems have unfortunately lingered in the shadows. They were a symphony of potato chip-like crispiness and the mouth-watering taste that made Keebler a household name. Munch Ems graced our taste buds in an array of flavors: ranch and cheddar, sour cream and onion, and chili cheese. These crackers played a tantalizing game of sensory deception, tasting like potato chips but masquerading as crackers in both appearance and texture.
I never mess with crackers.
Keebler even threw in a health-conscious twist, offering lower sodium alternatives for each Munch Ems variation. However, despite their flavor-packed arsenal, these crackers bid farewell in the early 2000s, leaving a trail of puzzled snack enthusiasts in their wake. So why the Munch Ems disappearing act? Well, in a world saturated with cracker options, Munch Ems faced fierce competition, not just from other cracker giants, but also from generic supermarket brands that could replicate their crunchy magic. Alas, the Munch Ems tale teaches us that even the tastiest snacks can get lost in the shuffle of snack aisle symphonies.
Oh, cracker on a cracker.
Hershey Swoops.
I'll swoop.
Hitting the shelves in 2003, these wafer-thin, Pringles-esque, chip-shaped chocolates appeared poised for stardom, housed in mini brown plastic chip containers that added a quirky touch to the chocolate game. However, the Swoops saga took an unexpected turn, and by 2006, just 3 short years into their sweet journey, the curtains closed on these chip-shaped wonders. Hershey's didn't skimp on the flavor variety, offering a tantalizing lineup that included white chocolate, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Almond Joy, and classic milk chocolate. The marketing team even whipped up some catchy commercials to lure in chocolate enthusiasts.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
Yet, despite a strong start, Swoops struggled to find a permanent spot in the candy aisle. Fast forward to the whys of Swoops' demise. The chip-like design, initially intriguing, lost its charm as consumers questioned its purpose. After all, why go for a chip-shaped chocolate that lacks the crunch associated with its form? The issue of value also loomed large. A pack of 18 Swoops cost more than 3 trusty Hershey's chocolate bars, but have less chocolate overall. In the end, Hershey's Swoops proved that in the world of snacks, even the most unique shapes can't compensate for a lack of crunch or a hefty price tag.
It is pricey.
Philadelphia Cheesecake Snack Bars.
I remember those.
Brace your taste buds for a trip down memory lane with a dessert that dared to redefine snack time. Introduced in 1999 by the culinary wizards at Kraft Philadelphia, these bars redefined snack time with a silky cheesecake layer perched atop a graham cracker crust. They came in 4 flavors: classic, chocolate raspberry, chocolate chip, and the undisputed champion, strawberry. Despite being a dessert cunningly disguised as a snack, the Philadelphia cheesecake snack bars quickly won hearts across the snackosphere.
Delicious.
However, this love affair met a bitter end as the bars were discontinued due to manufacturing challenges faced by the Kraft Company. However, hope lingered in the air as the company hinted at a potential comeback if these hurdles were overcome. The fandom for these bars runs so deep that in 2017, fans launched a petition to resurrect the cheesecake snack bars, aiming for a colossal 50,000 signatures. With nearly 48,000 signatures gracing the site, it stands as one of the top signed petitions on the platform. So maybe there's still hope that Philadelphia cheesecake snack bars won't fade into snack time oblivion forever.
Awesome.
Oreo Big Stuf.
What is that, 2 inches thick?
The 1980s were an era of excess where everything was bigger and bolder, and apparently even cookies joined the party. Yes, the Oreo Big Stuf was a colossal creation that mirrored the audacious spirit of the times. Launched in the 80s, this titanic Oreo took snacking to a whole new level, packaged individually and flexing its oversized charm in boxes of 10. The Big Stuf made waves, but alas, its giant reign was short-lived, culminating in its discontinuation in 1991 after a 7-year stint. The mystery surrounding its demise is as perplexing as a plot twist in an 80s action movie.
It just disappeared.
Was it dwindling sales, shifting health consciousness, or a processing hiccup? Some speculate that the health-conscious wave played a role. A giant Oreo boasting more than half the calories of a cheeseburger wasn't exactly the poster child for nutritious choices. Plus, the Big Stuf presented a dunking dilemma and a creamy middle separation struggle, robbing it of the quintessential Oreo experience. Practicality, or the lack thereof, might have been the final blow. A giant Oreo demands commitment, unlike its smaller counterpart that lets you eat as many or as few as you want. The Big Stuf required an all-in approach.
All in.
Oatmeal Swirlers.
It's like oatmeal. It sustains you.
Breakfast for kids got a major upgrade with the introduction of General Mills Oatmeal Swirlers in 1989. In a world where kids generally frowned upon oatmeal, this innovative creation turned morning routines into a delightful playground. The genius concept? Pair a packet of instant oatmeal with a burst of flavored syrup, giving youngsters the power to swirl in as much or as little as their culinary hearts desired. Finally, a breakfast that allowed kids to play with their food without getting scolded.
It's about time!
What set Oatmeal Swirlers apart? It wasn't just the customizable swirls, it was the flavor extravaganza. Classic combinations like strawberry, cherry, and apple cinnamon shared the stage with more audacious options like milk chocolate and maple brown sugar. With a single swirl, a seemingly adult breakfast transformed into something fit for a kid. Sadly, the sweet breakfast saga met its demise in the early 2000s. As much as kids reveled in the morning treat, the sky-high sugar content didn't align with the growing emphasis on balanced diets.
You talking oatmeal?
Dannon Sprinkl'ins.
Yogurt.
Oh, a lot of yogurt.
The 90s were a golden era where even healthy snacks got a sugary makeover, and Dannon Sprinkl'ins were the vibrant stars of this sweet revolution. Bursting onto the scene in that glorious decade, these yogurt cups became an instant hit, capturing the hearts and taste buds of kids everywhere with their colorful sprinkles, sweet flavor, and creamy texture. Yogurt cups were available in an array of flavors: strawberry, vanilla, blueberry, and raspberry, each adorned with a sealed packet of colorful sprinkles, transforming your morning medley into a visual and tasty delight.
Living that hashtag yogurt life.
The fun didn't stop there. Dannon took it up a notch with a mystery surprise version, introducing mystery-shaped mix-ins and a magic crystals version that magically changed the color of your dairy treat. The Sprinkl'ins' reign was rather short-lived, discontinued in the early 2000s, leaving a trail of disappointed fans yearning for the return of their beloved yogurt snack. While similar brands offer yogurt with various topping options, nothing quite fills the Sprinkl'ins-shaped void of this cherished, iconic 90s snack.
You can't get all of it out. Look at that. You have to dig it out.
Squeezits.
Sugar squeeze?
The nostalgia-inducing allure of Squeezits, dating back to the 80s and 90s, where the tagline, "Squeeze the fun out of it," echoed through the aisles. Introduced in 1985, these quirky drinks quickly became a coveted item, transforming the mundane task of grocery shopping into a negotiation with parents. Initially available in just 4 classic flavors, and despite the fruity moniker, Squeezits were more sugary indulgence than a health-conscious drink, containing only 10% fruit juice. The 90s witnessed Squeezits keeping their marketing game fresh, unveiling special releases like a mystery flavor that came complete with a decoder and tantalizing clues for a kid to piece together. However, good things, as they say, must come to an end. In 2001, the curtains closed on the Squeezits era, leaving a trail of disappointed enthusiasts. Yet the fruity concoction couldn't resist teasing its devotees, staging a comeback in 2006, only to be unceremoniously discontinued again in 2007. A fleeting return in 2012 marked the final hurrah for this beloved novelty juice drink. For those lucky enough to have experienced the joy of squeezing the fun out of those colorful bottles, Squeezits remains more than a drink. It's a delightful sip down memory lane.
Good times.
Pudding Pops.
Matt Lauer with the pudding pop.
Crafted by the culinary geniuses at Jell-O, these popsicles were the chili counterpart of their namesake pudding, and boy did they nail it. But if you're scanning the freezer section today, you won't find a trace of these creamy confections. So what happened? Surprisingly, the disappearance of Pudding Pops isn't tied to the downfall of their once famed ambassador, Bill Cosby. Back in the 80s, Cosby's partnership with Jell-O catapulted these pops to stardom. The sales? Well, sales soared higher than a rocket in the first year, hitting a jaw-dropping $100 million and tripling in the first 5 years.
Success.
But here's the chilly truth. Despite this success, the company faced a cold reality. Turns out, diving into the frozen food business wasn't a cakewalk for the Jell-O brand. With Pudding Pops, there came a frosty dilemma, a heap of added costs for freezing and distribution, chipping away at those precious profit margins. By the early 90s, Jell-O pulled the plug on these frozen delights, realizing that dwindling sales cut even more into profits. Later on, they passed the torch to Popsicle in 2004, but the revamped version, now Popsicle-branded Jell-O Pudding Pops, sported a different recipe and shape that just didn't quite hit the spot for fans. And alas, both the original and revamped versions bid adieu, vanishing from store freezers for good.
I want vanilla Jell-O pudding pops. You can have both.
Sunny D.
Oh, Sunny D, all right.
Remember that ridiculously orange drink that kids clamored for throughout the 80s and 90s? Yeah, whatever happened to that liquid sunshine? Sunny Delight burst onto the scene in 1968, way before we started side-eyeing ingredient labels. This stuff was a hit, and by 1998, it had conquered not only America, but the UK's drink market, only trailing behind soda giants like Coke and Pepsi, which isn't so surprising when you consider it was about 5% fruit juice mixed with a whopping 95% corn syrup concoction.
You might have an unhealthy obsession.
So why did this once shining star fall from grace? Well, the Food Commission, a UK-based independent consumer commission, called out Procter & Gamble for not-so-truthful advertising, suggesting this liquid sunshine had more nutritional value than it really did. And then there's the legendary tale of a 5-year-old Welsh girl whose skin turned orange after chugging way too much of the stuff. Yep, it's a true story. This led to a major makeover and rebranding by Sunny D, trying to scrub away that unhealthy image. But alas, despite its persistent presence on store shelves, Sunny D never quite regained its former glory. It's like a 90s pop song. It's still around, but not exactly topping the charts anymore.
Okay, listen up. We got some purple stuff. OJ, Sunny D, I'll take one.
Reggie bars.
Listen, Reggie, is it Reggie?
Meet the Reggie bar, a round milk chocolate-coated confection named in honor of baseball legend Reggie Jackson, the one-time New York Yankees right fielder. Debuting at the Yankees home opener in 1976, this novelty candy struck a home run with its caramel and peanut-filled center. Initially intended as a limited-time treat, the Reggie bar proved a hit, sticking around until being benched in 1982. A brief comeback in the 90s featured a slightly tweaked version with peanut butter instead of caramel, but alas, it vanished once more. Legend has it that these delectable bars courted controversy when they were given out at that Yankees home opener. Fans, caught up in Reggie's batting prowess, threw them onto the field, turning the candy distribution into an unexpected fiasco. Despite its roller coaster history, the Reggie bar remains a sweet ode to the baseball icon and a nostalgic chapter in candy lore.
Reggie, the candy they named after me.
We've got more than just junk food on our menu, so stick around and tap on another great video.